Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will get the first swing today. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
You talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
Short pass finds the tight end. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Now it's second down here. Looking downfield, it's Johnson. It's a short completion to the tight end.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Brown. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I'm all for quarterbacks trying to make plays. I love to see the fight in a guy and wants to make a play on every single chance that he can make. But here, when you scramble and you throw the ball way back against your body, you're asking for trouble. He's so lucky that ball didn't get intercepted.
And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. The Cyclones offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They keep the drive going. It's a 1st down at the 46.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards in that 1st down.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's brought down after a big 1st down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off here. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
I really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. He'll hand it off. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Important second down play coming up. Play action fake, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
I talk a lot about defensive ends arguably being some of the best athletes on the field. Here's an example of a guy that's just too quick off the edge for the offensive line to be able to contain. He got in there in a heartbeat and came up with that sack.
And the returner will be brought down. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. On the ground, it's White. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled up near midfield at the 48.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Dropping back. It's Johnson. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. They'll run it here. Defense will make the stop, and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark into that opening quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. No problem. Knocks it right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here. Makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He's escaping the pocket now. And he just throws it away.
Well, he just threw it away here, Chris, and it's not the worst decision. You wish he'd find a guy open to give him a chance for this offense to convert, but at least they have some room now to work if they want to bring the punter out.
And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Caught over the middle. It's White. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Wildcats looking to use the up-tempo offense here. On the run, it's White. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Handoff on a single back formation. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught quickly. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. To throw, it's Johnson. Looking for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cyclones offense is back out on the field now. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. The pass ball is incomplete. He tried to extend the play, but nobody open. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. The pass is incomplete, but a flag is down on the field. Let's see what this is all about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down. The Cyclones will have to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. They got off to a slow start, but they have been clicking lately. Can they build on this lead now in the second quarter? That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He fires this throw and is intercepted.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And here comes the Iowa State offense back onto the field now. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin from their 47. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Gets rid of it on the move. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Dropping back, it's Johnson. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle. 2nd and 10 here. Here comes a handoff. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the defense does a really nice job here of not only pressuring the quarterback, but not tipping their hand with coverage. They went to double coverage, but didn't show it till late. They confused the quarterback, and they almost came up with an interception.
They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. And the Cyclones line up on 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run here. Lets it go. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. The back's got it. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Short throw complete to the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. The Cyclones trying to cash in here in the red zone. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to the end zone. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
Well, that's just a miscommunication here. That's busted coverage by the defense. There's no way you can leave a receiver that open. The only problem for the offense is the quarterback misses the throw. That's a touchdown.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He bought some time, now lets it go.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Snags the quick throw. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, a first half that gave us some riveting moments, not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. In other words, a dynamite start to the Big 12 championship. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Cyclones offense is back out on the field now. First play of the second half is a handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty mark. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Makes the catch downfield. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And the Cyclones will bring their punt team onto the field. Back out to punt for the 4th time today. This one will be fair caught. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? To the air, it's Johnson. Receiver makes the catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Heading left after the handoff. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Tackle made after a big gain. The Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the 2nd half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
2nd down play coming up. Takes the handoff again. Looks like Kansas State will have the 1st down.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the 1st down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's White. And he runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact and take the loss. Here's the 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it. So now it's 3rd and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a 4th down stop. Makes a quick catch, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Chris, how about the call here with the wheel route? The running back, we know he can run the football, but here he shows his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, and that wheel route is tough on a defense. Sometimes the back can get lost. Here he catches it, finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. The kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Iowa State offense back onto the field now. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker.
Good time here to drop this screen into the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the 1st down.
That's caught. It's Black. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. The Cyclones pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Quick throw caught on the left side. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Finds room at the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Here's the target, and it's complete. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. And it's Kansas State on top now, Kirk. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Play action fake, looking to throw. Dump off, caught by the running back. Brought down, but not before shaking off the first defender and picking up the first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And looking to throw now on first down. Finds his target, and it's complete. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers.
You know, make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones. This will be fun. Strange things happen when the conference championship trophy is on the line. One possession game, fourth quarter, who's going to step up?
So here's the deal. Your defense just gave up a touchdown. And all of a sudden, we got a game. What will your offense do to be able to secure a victory? You want to win a championship? Go out and earn it.
And now here comes the point after attempt. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Here's the kickoff team now. Set to boot this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? Looking for a deep completion. Oh, and it's incomplete. What an opportunity for a desperately needed takeaway. Couldn't quite come up with it.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead, but instead they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Breaks free. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. So, second down after the incompletion. Back to pass. It's Johnson. Locates the tight end. It's complete. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He's going to hand this off. He shreds the tackle. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. On the run here, lets it go. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He pulls it in for a big gain. They get him down, but not before he gets to the +38. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. That completion sets up a second down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. Tackle, but first down. They beat the blitz there with the pressure bearing down because he just dumped it off to the back.
A nice job of just keeping his eyes downfield because you're right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight, was able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the first.
And the Cyclones are in the red zone now. Looking to throw again. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
Not able to connect. Incomplete.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. The offense calls time now with 29 seconds remaining.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
Looking to throw for the first down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Iowa State.
What a touchdown here to pull them within one with under a minute to go. Conventional wisdom says you kick the extra point and you rely on your defense to send this game to overtime. But you could go for two to try to take the lead.
You still need this extra point to tie. PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. How will they play this? They've got some work to do to get into field goal range, but how aggressive will this play calling be? They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Kirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite, to see if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
So here comes our first play of overtime. He'll hand it off. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Caught near the goal line. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, how about the read here by this quarterback to find his open man and keep this drive moving. Great conversion. And when you're in the red zone, you got to think about getting a touchdown. You want to come away with 6 points, and now they've got a shot to get it.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Cyclones. The jump in front in OT.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And now the extra point to make this a 7-point game in overtime. PAT puts him in front by 7. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Oh, and it's a huge overtime interception. And he's got some open field ahead. Across the 40. Inside the 20. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Iowa State. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.